I remember we had a question from the gentleman of the first line, I would say.
Mr. Hausch, do we have any ideas for flexibility with accu modules? I think if you drive up to 100 kilometers a day, every day, and sometimes you need a wider distance to have additional modules to plug in, and when I don't need the modules, I put it out and save room and space. And what about the upgrades? If I have a Nissan with 30 kilowatt and and one day exists a 60 or more kilowatt battery, how easy is it to change only the battery and with the same car? If I need not to sell my car with 20 or 30 kilowatt, to buy a bigger accu, in the past it was not possible. I had an electric car with 22 kilowatt and I wanted to upgrade, and this was not possible. What's your intention concerning the battery capacity?
Yeah, so there are two questions. One is, you want to do a big trip, and can you exchange a battery pack, for example? There was a famous startup that actually works still, I think, in Israel. Shaya Gassi had something going on there. I don't think it's a good investment for the future to start up with a network of battery packs waiting there to be installed. Why? Because our battery technology of all manufacturers is moving so fast that this question, as we discussed earlier, is not relevant anymore. But for laughs and giggles, I talked in 2011 to the EV owners of San Francisco, and their Stanford researcher already produced a trailer for Nissan Leaf, and he put from gas grills to gas, how do you call it, containers in there, and produced energy with the gas container. So he had a little trailer hitch he could put on the car. I thought it was an attractive way of making a range extender that you can later put on the side. I don't think it's practical from a business point of view for the future, just because the batteries are getting so much better. Your second question was, can I upgrade in the same car to a newer battery? I could do it at some point with electrical devices. Why wouldn't I not be able to do that with a car? As a car manufacturer, I have to tell you, it's shocking news, but our batteries are supposed to last at least as long as the car lasts. So, of course, we always think, oh, the battery, they don't last long. That's why in the beginning we had a long warranty. We still have an 8-year warranty on the battery, which is much longer than on the car, to take the fears away of the consumers. But I'm actually totally against exchanging the battery, because why would you put a new water-cooled engine in a 911 in your old Porsche that's air-cooled? It's a much better engine. Why do you put it in? It doesn't make sense. You don't put a brand new thing into something old or used. So if you want a better range, give somebody else a cheap 22 kilowatt car that's maybe 5 years old. Buy a new one where the battery fits in the range. However, it actually is possible, because our technology so far at Nissan, and we're not doing it, but it is technically not a problem, because our technology at Nissan at this point has always included a battery upgrade. We have not put more cells in the car, we have not made the area bigger since the original Leaf was built. 170, 190, 199, 250K, and I think even now in the 378 we have the same dimensions of the cells. It's not one battery, as you know, it's 192 cells. So that will continue, I think, to improve. We will not need more space. And so exchanging batteries for me is a little bit like taking a car from the A-pillar forward and putting something else in. It's technically possible, but we're all better off if we just keep both things together and then get a new car.
Yeah, good. I think we are coming more or less to the end now. Just like to ask if there were a very important, strategic, relevant question, so please take the opportunity now. Otherwise, I have the pleasure to thank all of you for your presentation and for your contribution here in the panel discussion. I have to say thank you to you for your interest in the audience, and allow me a last sentence. Everything that we will see in the future on the field of electric vehicles, of new vehicles, has to be built, has to be produced with material, with parts, with components. And sometimes we forget that this is a very important work share in our country and in every country that is producing such products. So I'm allowed to say here that we are organizing a conference with about materials and vehicle architecture of the future. This is next year in February in Stuttgart. As I said, I'm allowed to mention this here, and if you are interested in knowing how new vehicles, new concepts will be produced, please attend this conference. It's about 200 persons and contributions from the OEM and from the automobile industry. So if you like some information, please don't hesitate to ask me. I thank you personally to all of you, and I wish you a successful conference this afternoon and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.